Thank you so much for the resub, Toot. 10 months. And Toot says, I've known you for 10 whole months. What the heck? I think you've known me a little bit longer than 10 whole months. Paula, hi. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm so glad you could join us today. I guess it's the long weekend. We can stay up a little bit late. It's fine. Well, welcome everyone. It is Friday night Crafty Chat, which is going to be a thing for a while, I think. But just a lovely way to round off your week. I hope you all have something lovely to drink. You've got a project to work on, or you're just cuddling up, ready to chill, listen to some good music, and do a little bit of crafting with me. Absolutely calm, chill crafting. No strange twists. No sudden and abrupt changes of project. Just quiet, chill crafting. Well, since Pow apparently doesn't want to come out and play, I'm going to switch the... There we go. So you guys can get a better look at what I'm doing. Toot's toxic trait is thinking he can get 972 stitches done in the next 2 hours. Oh dear. And also thank you for the hydrate. Is that how many stitches you have left to go on your Freddy Fazbear piece? That's actually not very many considering how giant that piece is. I'm so excited to see it all together. Story Stitcher says, just finished your Diet Coke, working on a tank top as an Easter challenge, trying to finish it over the weekend. Okay, 150 grams of DK cotton. It's a challenge, but I think it's an achievable challenge for sure. I think a tank top for me would be a little bit more difficult, but I believe you're quite a bit smaller than I am, so. Who is that? Hello, Anna. Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy long weekend. So glad you could join me. So this evening, you saw on the stream title, and you saw on the go live, we are spinning the wheel of whips. So what this is I have most of my current projects here on the desk in front of me. You can see them. If you're on Twitch, you can use 500 channel points to spin the wheel of whips, which makes me spin the wheel that you can also see on the screen. And I will have to change projects to whatever comes up on the wheel. If you're on YouTube, I haven't figured out a way to make channel points a thing. So if you're watching this on YouTube, if it's been about 15 minutes, you can just yell at me to spin, and we'll kind of do it that way until I figure out something better. So I have both knitting and cross stitch whips on today. Perfect. Toot had a great idea. So if you're on YouTube, tell YouTube, and they'll spin if the cooldown is up, because there is a 15-minute cooldown. just to make sure I'm not changing every, 30 seconds. Anna is Kitchener stitching their first sock tube, trying the afterthought heel for the first time. Awesome. Well, good luck with that. Did you do the afterthought where you put in the lifeline, the waste yarn, or are you doing the afterthought where you're actually snipping the yarn? Ooh, actually snipping the yarn. Well, I'm sure it's going to go well. I haven't done that method of snipping the yarn in a pair of socks, but I've steeked several garments and I've never had a serious mishap. Like it's just yarn at the end of the day. You can take a sewing needle and stitch up anything that comes loose. And if anything, for socks, having some extra stability around the heel isn't always the worst thing in the world. So if you do need to add a few stitches with extra yarn, just give it a little bit more reinforcement. You got this. You're working on letting go in therapy and knitting is helping? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just need to, weigh the consequences and realize that sometimes the consequences aren't that consequential. Hi, Moon. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are chilling. I'm working on a cross stitch piece. I'm working on a knot at the moment. I just have a huge knot in this thread. But we're spinning the wheel of whips tonight, so that's going to be an option for you guys. Yeah, I cannot knot. See, I don't know words. So I've started using a loop start on my threads. Which means basically I cut a length of yarn twice as long as a length of floss twice as long as what I'm actually going to use. And then I fold it over in half. Toot, however, uses the stitching over it method. I don't know if there's an actual term for it. I am losing so many stitches in this pale green yarn thread. I don't even know what craft I'm doing at the moment. Doesn't like starting a new thread, so she'll cut super long threads. So it actually conveniently works out that my idea of a double length thread is her idea of a single length thread. So really I'm just cutting them the same length. I'm just doubling up on mine. It's a little bit convenient. Yes, if you guys are working on any projects along with me, please let me know in chat. Toot is working on the project that they were talking about, that their toxic trait is thinking they can finish it tonight. Is a Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizza Plex logo in glow in the dark. It looks so cool. I'm so excited to see it finished. She's been powering through because it's quite a large piece. Moon's working on a pour strip. Anna's working on socks. Paola's working on a tank top. I am working on the Sora and Kyrie piece, cross stitch piece. This is for a good friend of mine. I don't think they watch the streams. But if they did, they wouldn't realize this is for them because they're that kind of a person. Anyway, I'm working on, so this is like a tree, like a palm tree. And then this is Sora's head right here in the corner. So it's quite a large piece. Oh, that reminds me, I poured myself some lemonade before stream. Oh, thank you. I actually made this needle minder myself. Let's see if I can get you guys a better shot of it. Just some stickers, paper, scrapbooking supplies. I'm thinking of doing them up for the shop, but I'm not sure. My desire to make all of the things is tempered by my desire to be able to walk to the mailbox frequently. I love making needle minders. It's one of my, I wouldn't say current hyperfixations. It's like a side fixation of cross stitching. But I like making needle minders out of just craft supplies I have lying around the house. A spin-off, a crossover event, yes. A crafty crossover event. It's cross-stitch adjacent. Like how every now and then I get the knitting adjacent bug to make stitch markers and such. My side hyperfixation. It's like my side chick. I don't have a side chick, for the record. I don't have a side chick, I promise. So my stitching setup right now, I've got this project. I'm not using because usually I have a clamp that holds this in place, which takes some of the pressure off of this hand. But the clamp that usually holds this in place is currently holding my microphone right here. So that's not happening. And then I would have this. I have this. Hi, Belly Wells. Yeah, you're a squirrel. And then the clamp which holds my tablet with my patterns is currently holding the camera. So my tablet is propped up here. I've got my projects here. I've got my cat here and my drinks there. So nice little stitching setup. Hi, Bells. You want to come cuddle? Here. No? Okay. Bella might come cuddle in a bit. Bella can't decide what. She's too excited. She just wants to prance. Bella, you can come cuddle. Look at her doing a little prancy prance for you guys. You doing little biscuits? Little biscuits for the peoples? Saw your family cat today at your parents and remembered how much you want a cat in your own home. You should definitely get a cat, Story Stitcher. I remember I didn't have animals growing up. My parents were not pet people. But when we got married, the first thing Toot said to me, like, as we were planning the wedding, was a house isn't a home unless there's a cat in it. So we actually adopted Bella months before we got married. And actually a month before we actually moved into our first home, we adopted her, and then she lived with the foster for a little bit while we got things set up for her. Yeah. So you'll be 15 years old in May. She was adopted out of wedlock. Her adoption papers were the first piece of paperwork that had both of our names on it. Like, even before the marriage license or anything like that. Ella, you can come cuddle. Come on. You know how to cuddle while Daddy's stitching. All right, Bella has just started to terrorize the rest of my desk. Hi. She'll settle eventually. This is all stitching time. You're currently between university and jobs. Soonish, so an outside cat would be difficult. But you want to talk with a shelter after you settle into your jobs. This would actually be the first time it's beneficial for you to fill out the application because you have previous experience with pets. Aw, that's good. Yeah, for sure. Sometimes that can definitely help. When we adopted Pico, so we got Bella a couple months before we got married. And then we adopted Pico about a year later. And with that adoption, there was a little bit of competition for Pico. But the other person who wanted her basically only wanted her because her first choice had been adopted by someone else. And the lady running the adoption basically looked at their application and looked at our application and was like, no. Because I think under how much would you be willing to pay in vet bills, they put like $50 or something stupid low. No, Ellen. Sorry, that was so loud. Sorry, guys. Sorry if I yelled in your ear. She was clawing at this. You chose Mia 15 years ago because she was 14 years ago because she was interested in us but stayed a safe distance away. She's actually a very intelligent cat. Aw, that's sweet. Bella was the smallest kitten, and there was a bunch of kittens. There was one little black kitten that was like all over me. But Bella was hiding in the litter box and then kind of crept out and threw up and went to hide again. And we were like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Little scaredy princess. And your parents live near a big street, so intellect is important. Yes. Yeah, we've never really lived in a place where having an outside cat would have been practical for us. our last house was right next to Bella, what is with you in this project? Was right next to a really busy main street, and now we're in a condo. So I've completely lost where I am supposed to be doing in this pattern. Oh, I'm sorry, Toot. Yes. Bella crept out, threw up, and then climbed onto Toot's lap and wouldn't leave. That's right. I know. Heck that thing, Bells. Heck that thing. Hi, Pyro. Welcome in. Welcome to your chill Friday afternoon craft and lo-fi and watch Bella destroy my desk. Oh, we got a spin from Pyro. All right, let's get that spin up. Bella. Is it going to be Love Bella? All right, let's see if this is going to work. All right, so as you can see, we have 5 projects on the wheel. 3 of them are cross stitch, 2 of them are knitting. We're just going to give her a spin. And the winner is Streetwalkers. All right. Just give me a second to get my windows back up here. Yes, my daughter. Yes, my child. Hello. So Streetwalkers are a pair of socks. Sorry, Bells. I guess you were sitting on that. Sorry for the curse words on my project bag, but it's a Scream project bag. I saw it like this, and then I tried to flip it over to hide it, and it's the same on both sides, so. Somehow, that's not going to work. All right, so this is... These are my Sesame Streetwalker socks. And I haven't been able to make socks for a really, really long time. Just my hands have been super shaky, and using the small needles makes it a lot worse. But I've been having good hand days lately, so I'm giving it a shot. I might need to spin the wheel soon, but we'll see. So, because as you can see, these needles are quite a bit thinner than what I would use for, say, a garment. They're 2.25 millimeters thick. So the yarn, this is also an old skein of yarn. It's definitely a precious skein of yarn for me. It's I bought it probably 14 years ago. It's hand dyed from a local dyer called Indigo Dragonfly. I got it at a yarn fair. And the colorway is Sesame Streetwalker. And you can kind of see it. It's got like Oscar the Grouch greens and these wonderful blues. I was going to say Elmo blues, but no, Grover blues is what I was going for. And then I did some striping with some gray here. So it's also merino. It's a merino acrylic blend. Unfortunately, the yarn isn't attached to this ball that Bella's not laying on, so every time I pull the yarn, I'm disturbing her a little bit. But it's an acrylic merino blend, so it's really like squashy. It's hard to describe if you're not like a yarn person, but it's very round. The yarn is very round, which I like. It's good. But I went and had a look. I didn't pay this much for it at the fair because this was again 14 years ago, and there was a special fair price. But right now, this skein of yarn, and one skein would make one pair of socks, is currently retailing for $37.50 from Indigo Dragonfly. So that's why it's super fancy special socks. Yeah. Yeah, Moon says oof. It is a bit of an oof. Yeah, once you get into the high-end hand-dyed wool yarns, they can be very pricey. But I mean, like, for a pair of socks, you get a really comfortable, beautiful, sturdy pair of socks. You got 60 hours of enjoyment out of it. They are so pretty. Welcome in, Sai. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you got a little break to join us. Just listening to what Sai's been up to has been exhausting. I'm glad you have a little bit of a break to come and hang out with us. Oh, you're destroying the kitchen? Well, in that case, we are here to cause chaos with you. Oh no, not more lids than Tupperwares. That frustrates me to no end. We actually got rid of all of our Tupperwares except for we have all the same brand. They're glass Tupperware with like a rubber grip on them. And that's pretty much the only Tupperware we have except for one large Tupperware that we use for leftover pizza. Oh no, Story Stitcher says we discovered a moth in the living room this week. Oh no. Everything seems fine. Children's boyfriend. He doesn't want to know how much money in the form of yarn we have in the living room. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, once you start adding it up, our stashes can get quite expensive. Also, you don't want to know how much money he put in his 3D printer. Yeah, like that's the thing. If you can afford it and it's your hobby and it brings you joy, then you should feel free to spend that money on yourself. Self-care and all that. Okay, thank you. Toot has just put up the prediction. So if you're on Twitch, you will see a prediction at the top of your chat. Wow, I just whistled. We're gonna give Pow a treat here in about half an hour, and we will predict which she will go for. She has the choice of blueberries or raspberries at the moment. Blueberries or raspberries, which is it gonna be? You can bet your channel points. Win some, could possibly lose some. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to get in on the fun, you can put your guesses in the chat. So in half an hour, we're going to put down some blueberries on one side and raspberries on the other, and see which one she goes for first. Story Sister says, we have one kind of Tupperware and the lids fit on multiple sizes, so one door with lids and two with containers. Ah, yes. That's good too. We just keep ours with the lids on, stacked up in a cupboard that's specifically for them. It just, because yeah, trying to match up the lids with the bottoms and it was so difficult. I don't know if that's just part of growing up and becoming an adult, is when you decide to do something about your Tupperware collection. Yeah, it looks like Pow isn't doing very much on camera today. She was tucked in her hide, which is just behind the camera. So if you do see her, she'll come out from the bottom of the screen and head out. But we cleaned her enclosure today, which meant moving the dirt around and scrubbing out her fountain and everything like that. So she's pretty upsetty spaghetti with us at the moment. Bella, what do you see? Bella just perked up about something. So yeah, Pow's pretty upset with us right now. So she's just doing a little bit of a hide. But she will definitely come out for the possibility of raspberries or blueberries. Story Sister says, my mom used to be a Tupperware representative, so I grew up in a household full of different Tupperware. Moved out, was immediately aware of the collection. Oh, goodness. Yeah. You probably had, like, all the specialized stuff. Like the pickle Tupperware and all the different party Tupperwares. I just did a little cross-stitch design of a retro crock pot. I hope it gives off the right kind of crock pot from the 80s vibes. I don't know how well you can see this, but this lump here is the yarn that I'm working with, and Bella is laying here on the yarn. She also did thermo mix for a bit. Bella, why are you biting? You don't have teeth, ma'am. She also did Thermomix for a bit. You kept saying no to a €1,000 appliance in your kitchen that is owned by 2 students in their early 20s. Yeah. Yeah, some of those groups, they sound great on the surface, but it's like, this is really fitting my lifestyle. Also, I don't know if you guys saw that while she was biting me, but she was showing off the fact that she's missing 2 of her canines. Were you just gumming, Daddy? You got no teeth? Yes, Joanna, the yarn is extra protected. Here's little girl. And welcome in, Joanna. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are doing possibly some knitting, possibly some cross-stitching. every 15 minutes or so, whenever you guys yell at me to do so, I'm spinning the Wheel of Whips. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can let Toot know when you want me to spin, and she will spin when the wheel cooldown has ended. I'm still very new to streaming on YouTube. So I haven't quite figured out how to get some of the same features that Twitch offers. I don't know. But I kind of like the YouTube streaming as well. Oh, you're one from the Discord. Awesome. Oh, okay. Great. I'm so glad you were able to hop in. I hope you're enjoying our little Discord community. It's been great having you. Bella is not letting me have this yarn at all. And for those of you watching on Twitch, I don't know what's going on with Fossabot. They seem to be having a moment. Sorry for the multiple messages there. Just done with gaming. Now you knit a bit before bed. Aw, good. I'm so glad you could join us. Yeah, it's nice to just kind of like wind down. I like doing this on Fridays as well as the Mondays and kind of wrap up the week and ease into the weekend. I know quite a few people are probably out celebrating with family, getting together, that kind of thing this weekend. So taking quiet time when you can get it is definitely welcome. So this sock, it's a 3x2 rib, which is just different enough from a 2x2 rib that I'm having to catch myself. Hi, Kasha, welcome. I just said it, and then I just did the 2x2 instead of a 3x2. So a 3x2 rib is 3 knits and 2 purls, and then repeat. It's not the most common because most stitches are done with a number of stitches that is divisible by 8. So 64, but I did 65 because it's divisible by 5. So I basically just have to do some extra math around the heel and stuff like that. But I like the feel of the 3x2 rib better than the 2x2. So I'm just dealing with the extra stitch. Welcome in, Kasha. I'm so glad you could join us this evening. Just winding down from our week. If you guys have weekend plans, let me know. It's just Toot and I this year, so we're not really doing anything super Eastery. I mean, neither of us are Christian. I grew up Catholic, but I haven't been Catholic in 20 years, so I know many things about Catholicism, but I don't actually practice. So we're just kind of enjoying our weekend. I've got to head down to the mailbox tomorrow. Check and see if our Stitch Wit order came in. No Easter celebrations for Moon, but seeing your mom for brunch tomorrow. Well, that sounds nice. Brunch is good. That way you can still get a bit of sleep, and then, but also you still have your afternoon to kind of be on your own. Your afternoon to recover, you know. Fossabot, please. I said something about pants. No plans for Easter, maybe some shopping because you need new pants. All right. Impala says, I'm not baptized, but I had religion in school. Your mom and sister in Vienna, and your dad may pop in for pancakes on Sunday. Okay. So yeah, just a quiet, chill, relaxing weekend all around. And Joanna's just going to relax. Family's far away. Yeah. Would you stop biting me every time I'm trying to get yarn? Yes, Bella has lost 2 teeth in the last couple of years. Well, she lost 1 tooth a while ago, and then she lost another tooth more recently. So it's really just gums on that side of her mouth. So when she's biting me, like, I feel nothing. I probably shouldn't encourage that behavior, but I am taking her pillow away bit by bit. That's very true. You love your stew pillow. Since I wouldn't let you claw up the cross stitches. Yes, most of my plans for this weekend are crafting related. I want to get the emotional support void chicken completed this weekend, which is very doable. I only have a little bit left to do, and just get a bunch of cross stitch done. I so did some new designs for the shop, and one of them I just love so much I immediately started making a sample. So I want to get that finished this weekend as well, that sample. And maybe do some other designing, but who knows. Stardew, Phasmo, and Cross Stitch for Toot. Yes. Yes. If you play Phasmophobia, there is an Easter update. It's like a jackalope themed event. So we're going to be doing that this weekend. For sure. It's very odd because a tapestry needle for cross stitch is smaller than these needles, but these needles hurt my hand more. I think maybe it's because I need to use my entire hand for that, whereas the cross stitch needle, I just need the 2 fingers. Odd. But this is a lot better than, like, even a few months ago, I would have had just unbelievable hand tremors trying to hold on to these needles. So I'm really happy that I'm able to even do this much. Oh, and you're watching the CS2 Major this weekend? The only thing you can agree to watch together other than the Avatar cartoon. What is Counter-Strike? Counter-Strike 2? It's the only thing I can think of that CS would stand for. Counter-Strike 2, yes. Okay, cool. That sounds really interesting. Yeah, Moon is really into competitive FPS games. Well, Valorant specifically. But so it's interesting to, and I don't play them, but I really enjoy watching Valorant. So I would probably be down for watching some Valorant championships. I lost my train of thought. You just asked Opie if you should watch it. Well, if you do, let me know how it goes. Sometimes stuff like that can just be so entertaining. Tyler says your boyfriend loves it, and you just sit there and ask, this move was bad, right? Also, what is banana? Is banana a thing? Is Pyro still here? Would Pyro know the answer to that? Yeah, that's like me in Valorant. Like, I can watch, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of getting the strategy. Like, I think you should put a smoke there. Could I actually do it? No. There's no way I would be coordinated enough to do it. Banana is a part of one map, same as the donut. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I am actually going to take a break from these and spin the wheel. Because the my hands are getting better, but they're not 100%. Sock tube done. You're too scared to cut, so you'll start the second sock tube. Aww. It might actually be a better idea to do both sock tubes, because it'll be easier to make sure you cut them both in the same spot if you're cutting them both at the same time. You know what I mean? Okay, we're going to let Bella keep her pillow, and I'm just going to put the sock down over here. So let's take a little quick hand stretch and hydration break. Thank you for the hydrate, Toot. Get there in 1 second. So what I feel the most when I'm knitting with small circumference, not small circumference, but like small needles, is that my joints kind of lock up. So I find that the best thing for them is almost like pulling my fingers out to get the joints to unpop, to unlock. And then just kind of stretching them and wiggling them like that. Right. I'm gonna take a drink. I got this. Toot found this jalapeno lemonade. I haven't actually taken a sip yet, so we're gonna take the first sip together here and see how it is. Okay. It's not spicy. It tastes like a green pepper lemonade. Yeah, it kind of tastes like someone took lemonade and then soaked a green pepper in it. Why isn't it spicy? I mean, this is, see, jalapeno lemonade. with the spicy zing. I know Gale and Weston is the worst, but we don't support them frequently. Just every now and then. Yes, the alley crack is the best call out in Valorant. Story Teacher says, in physical therapy, rolling your wrist and cracking. Yeah, I knit. Yeah. Knitting can be good in that it keeps your joints moving and mobile. So for people who would otherwise not be moving their hands a lot, it is very helpful just to be doing something with your hands. But doing too much of it can then hurt in a different way. All right, so Bella's going to resettle. We're going to spin the wheel again. Hi, Belly. You're so cute. All right. Spin, 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 spin. All right, we're doing some more knitting. We've got citrine coming up. Can I do this one without help, Bella? She looks just so pleased with herself. It's the crime sweater time, yes. To look quickly at my thumbnail on YouTube, because I do a thumbnail for the streams on YouTube, and thought that the label for citrine said crime. So yes, we're doing crimes. See, I had everything so nice and neatly arranged, and then Bella came in and destroyed it all. That's okay. We love her. She's being cute. Two got so excited to do crimes. All right, let's switch back here. So these are the cross-stitch whips, by the way, along with some new needle minders that I made as well. So this is the design for the shop. I just have to add the text to it. And the text is going to say, crock pots are just electric cauldrons. It's very cute. This is the frog skeleton. It's not very far along at all. This is another needle minder that I made. It's slightly too large, but I love it. And then, yeah, this is the Sora one I was working on before. Sai recommends crime. 2 recommends crime. Moon recommends crime. All right. Oh, no, Paolo. There's a knot in your skein. Illegal. Factory knots are so annoying because you can never trust them. Like, they'll probably hold, but you don't know. And then they might interrupt the color sequence. Let's get flipped around correctly here. Okay. All right, so next project up is the Citrine sweater by Emily Green. I haven't done very much of it. Let's see, actually, let me show you guys a little bit. So I've only done about 6 inches. I want to get to 18 inches on this month. So I'm just, whenever I feel like knitting, I'm pulling this out. Whenever I feel like knitting, and it's not while Toot is playing Stardew, because while Toot's playing Stardew, I've been working on the Void Chicken. I am unsure how I feel about this jalapeno lemonade. Like, it is good, but it's like someone just left a green pepper in a thing of lemonade. But otherwise, it's good lemonade. I don't know. I'm torn. And then, of course, I have my emotional support diabepsis with me, as always. Yeah, maybe it needs more of a shake. Your mango raspberry lemonade is about the same. Just, it's lemonade that looked at a mango and a raspberry at one point. But it's odd because like the green pepper flavor is very much there. Like it tastes like, you know, a vegetable. The LaCroix of lemonade. Yeah. I hope you guys can see the way that Bella's little paws are folded. And she's being a little princess. Oh, now you unfold them. Okay. I perceived you. I'm sorry. Yes, polite pause now that I'm not stealing her yarn. I don't know. I've just been really feeling the cross stitch bug lately. I don't know if you guys have seen the latest Cozy Cast yet or not. I mean, if you don't watch it, that's fine. I'm not upset. I promise. No, the latest Cozy Cast, it went up on Wednesday. And I basically talked about how I am slowly turning into a cross stitcher who knits occasionally and not a knitter who cross stitches. Cats are the best. They're like pure chaos, but they're also pure love. Oh, the autofocus. You've watched Akasha? You loved all the cross stitch whips? Aw, I'm so glad. I kind of did spike from like 2 cross stitch whips to 6 really quickly. I mean, the 2 shop samples, I'm not super counting them as whips because they're going to be finished really soon. Like the electric cauldron one, I'm going to be finished that like tomorrow. Joanna says, I'm a crocheter who knits. Yeah. Yeah, like I get it. Because like people say that they do both. And I think, and I do all 3. I knit, crochet, and cross stitch. But I think everyone kind of has one that they prefer or one that feels more natural for them. Or one that they like kind of default to. What was I saying? I was saying something about cross stitch. Oh yeah, I don't really consider the shop samples as whips because they're going to be done really quickly. Hopefully tomorrow for both of them. Paula says, I've been jumping between reading 3 books over a weekend, knitting, sewing, editing a book for a friend, and plotting a new idea. Yeah, stick with one hobby for 3 to 6 months. That sounds about right. Yes, the hobby spiral. I'm trying to be better about like letting myself ride the ebbs and flows of certain hobbies, and not making myself feel bad when one is calling my attention more than another. All right, guys. So we've been doing this for about an hour. So I just did my finger stretches, but Everybody take a moment to do your own stretches. And if you would like to turn your attention over to, not that one, over this one. Haha, this one. It is time for our tree eat with Pow. So let's take a look at the prediction. All right, so we have 95% of people going for the blueberries. One person went for raspberries. So let's see. So we've got raspberries on the left there, blueberries on the right. And Toot is loading up the crocodile with some blueberries and raspberries. Tasha also bets on raspberries. Okay, so that's 2 people for raspberries. So we do use... There she is. There's my girl. So we do use the skeleton crocodile as an enrichment tool for Pow. If we hide berries or food in it, she'll basically have to dig them out, and it's just a little bit of activity and fun for her. All right, Pow, are you gonna show us which one you're gonna go for first, or? Oh, I think the vote was in. According to Toot, she already ate a raspberry. Yeah. All right, we're going to go with raspberries. Eyewitness, I know you guys didn't see it, but I trust Toot. So, raspberries are the winner. Yeah, then she went for the blueberries because they were just closer to her, for sure. I mean, sometimes it's a crime of opportunity, sometimes it's a crime of passion. Nice. Well, congratulations, Moon, and congratulations, Kasha. Yeah, this is about the most active she's been all day. And yeah, I was really surprised. Blueberries were actually on sale this week, so we got a few boxes, and they're surprisingly good for it being, the end of March. So that was good. Enjoyed that. We've still got another couple of boxes in the fridge. Excellent. So Pow's species is one of the tortoise species that likes to eat fruit. It forms about a third of her diet in the wild, so we try and make it about a third of her diet here as well. Aw, size 2,000 points. I guess you'll just have to watch the stream more and get more points. It's a vicious cycle. Rip raspberry in peace. Man, those blueberries were gone, though. Did you enjoy that, Pow? Yeah. I will give her canned or frozen fruit, but fresh is definitely the best. And there just hasn't been good fresh lately because, it's the middle of winter. So she's been eating a lot of apples and tomatoes, which she enjoys, but a little bit of variety is nice as well. All right, Bella's back. She's perched on her sock ball of yarn. There she goes. She's going after the rest of them now. Sharon, hi, welcome in. So glad you could join us. I'm knitting away. We just took a little bit of a break. We gave our tortoise pal some raspberries there, so we're just watching her enjoy her snack. Grab something to drink, grab a project to work on, and just come and chill. Rip is raspberry and pow. Turtle and tortoise are called the same thing in German. Shield toad. Oh, that's interesting. So turtles and tortoises are part of the same like family. So all tortoises are turtles, but not all turtles are tortoises. If that makes sense. Like tortoises are a subgroup of turtles. But generally the difference is tortoises live on land and turtles live on land and water. And you can kind of tell the difference by looking at their back feet. So you can see Pow's back feet. They're stompy. They're like round and they've got claws and they're like little elephant feet. And she's sticking out her leggies for you right now. So tortoises' back legs tend to be more like elephant feet, and turtles' back legs tend to be more like flippers because they're swimming more. So if you're not sure, I mean, that's just generally like a box turtle is actually a tortoise, but it's called a box turtle. There's lots of those things. So yeah, but that's generally the difference between the two is tortoises live on land and turtles live in the water. Well, a mix of water and land. And then you can kind of tell the difference based on the back feet. Oh, heck, we got another wheel spin already. All right. Thank you for that, Moon. All right, so let's switch away. Pow's going to go after her crocodile there. You should be able to still see her down in the corner. And let me see if I can pull up this wheel. Kind of blocked my view here. My taskbar. All right. Spin, 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 spin. And we're back to Kyrie and Sora. All right, we're doing some more cross stitch. Let's see if I can use my tablet without Pow getting irritated at me. Hi, Titty. Welcome. Let's heckin' go. Yep. Moon's hoping for crockpots. Sorry, it's Kyrie and Sora. Soon, though. Soon. Welcome in, Titty. I'm so glad you could join us tonight. We gave Pow some treats. I don't know if you saw that, but she's down in the corner attacking her skeleton. What am I doing? I'm switching projects. Okay. I'm just going on autopilot now. Was playing comp super stressful? Oh, I'm sorry it was stressful. How'd you do? We were just talking earlier, the Counter-Strike 2 the Counter-Strike 2 majors are this weekend. I think some people are gonna watch that. You ranked up at the cost of your sanity. Oh no. Well, come and chill with us. It's nothing but chill vibes here. We're cross-stitching. Bella's giving me the evil eye. Oh, thanks, Sharon, for the well wishes. Yeah, we're doing good. Just having a quiet evening here with our babies. So what rank are you now, Titty? I know Moon is in silver. Pete gold 2. Gold 3. Wow. We're talking about the game Valorant, by the way, for everyone else. Wow, Titty peaked plat 3. Wow. That's impressive. I have played the game for about 2 hours. And, yeah. And yes, too, thank you for doing that. Shout out for our friend Moon. Moonphased is also a Twitch streamer. Plays Valorant, Lethal Company, Stardew, and maybe a cross-stitch stream, maybe. We're trying to get her to her next sub goal so that we can see that cross-stitch stream. Good, Sharon. I'm glad you're getting a day of rest in. I don't know. Titty seems to die an awful lot at the game. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to live. I say that like I would not immediately perish. And did. I was playing Brimstone, my first game. And the people I was playing with were actually super nice. And he was like, okay, you've got your ult. So now just do this and do this. And I'm like, okay, like this. And then I blew up 3 of my own teammates, including myself. And the guy on the voice chat was just like, yeah, okay. They were all very nice about it. 2 of them asked if I wanted to keep playing with them, which I thought was really sweet considering how bad I was. But it's a mouse and keyboard game. There's no controller support at the moment, and I find that very stressful on my joints. So I realized that I don't have to play games that are stressful on my joints. So I'm waiting for the console release of Valorant because then there will be controller support, and then maybe I will join Moon and Titty in the Valorant grind. It was really wholesome, yeah. Oh, speaking of Valorant, I finished the stitching on the Valorant scissor buddies. Let me show you guys that. This is going to be a product that's in the shop. It's scissor fobs, but based on the gun buddies from Valorant. So these are little, like, basically accessories for your gun in the game. But I'm making them into scissor fobs. So this is what it'll look like. And then basically you stitch these together and stuff them into a little bit of it's like a little slightly pin cushiony, but yeah, it'll be a scissor fob. Like, it's like a scissor buddy, like it's for your gun, like it's a buddy for your weapon. I thought it was funny. So tomorrow I'm going to be filming a, thank you for the sub, Pyro. Thank you very much for gifting that sub. Super appreciate you. I'm sure Fossabot appreciates it as well. What was I saying? I'm filming a little tutorial on how to put these together tomorrow. And then once I film the tutorial and get that edited, and then they'll be up in the shop, you'll be able to make your own riot buddies and your own rank buddies. So I'm going to be doing all the ranks, including iron, because that's what I am. That's what I would be. So yeah, you can have your very own riot buddy as a scissor fob. So yeah, that's what they look like. They don't take very long at all to stitch. The bot be the hardest working mod. Gotta keep them going. Thank you, Titty. Not Titty. Thank you, Pyro. Appreciate you. No shade, only love. There's only love here. Maybe that'll fix the issue that we're having with Fossabot not being able to use emotes. Apparently it's very hit or miss whether or not Fossabot actually will successfully use emotes. It's a known issue. A hype train? How did we... Huh? Heck. Moon, thank you so much for the sub to Pyro. Thank you. Oh, heck. Everything is happening. Everything is happening. What is... I'm missing things. Okay. Yes, definitely get chicken. Thank you for the subs, both of you. Thank you for the hype train. I think this is my very first hype train, like ever. That's very cool. Oh, heck. And there's another one. Yep, new hype train, all-time high, reach level 1. Let's go, guys. Oh, this is so exciting. If you're watching on YouTube, sorry, but the people in my Twitch chat are donating subs, so they're basically supporting me. Yeah, it's so sweet. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Moon. Thank you, Pyro. I so appreciate that. Like, I'm such a little channel, and I love my community. I appreciate all of you guys, everyone on Twitch, everyone on YouTube, for just hanging out and supporting me and being here. Train de la hype. Yes, that is what we have. A train of hype. All right, let's... That is how to would translate something. But thank you guys so much for the hype train. Oh, heck. Oh, heck. Story Stitcher, thank you for the resub. Another one. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the support, Story Stitcher. You are so appreciated. Honestly, Paula, I'm so glad whenever you can pop into a stream. I know that now they're a little bit later in the day, that it's much later in the evening for you. So I'm just, I'm really glad when you're able to join us. Oh, like, you guys should see the grin on my face right now. I am so happy. Like, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are too sweet. You're gonna kill me. I hecked up a stitch because there was good things happening, and yeah. Okay. Okay. We're fixing. Thank you for the hydrate, Pyro. All right, let's try some more of this lemonade and see if it gets spicy this time. I'm gonna like give it a little swirl. No, it still just tastes like someone soaked a green pepper in some lemonade. I don't care for that. I don't. No. It's not a good flavor combination. It's almost 1 a.m., but also the weekend. Yes, exactly. It's a long weekend. You've got stuff, you've got family stuff that I'm sure is coming up. You will need your rest for. Well, you said that your dad might drop by, but still, gotta rest up for that. Jalapeno lemonade is tasty. That's just not jalapeno lemonade. Yeah, like I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on with it. You'll get the Tabasco. Oh no. Okay, yeah, bulldog sauce in my Moon. Thank you so much. No, Bella, don't eat the scissors. Bella, stop eating things. Moon, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Anna. Anna, enjoy your sub. Enjoy your emotes. And you'll be able to use those emotes elsewhere as well. So if you're watching Moon's stream, you can use my Zoomy GG. My cheeks actually hurt from smiling. Yeah, Zoomy GG is probably the best emote. Well, I love all of our emotes. Like, we work with 2. Hype train complete at level 3. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Oh, heck. That's so cute. Oh, guys, you're making me so happy. Like, you don't have to donate. You don't have to sub. You don't have to do anything. All I want is for you guys to enjoy the vibes, chill, get some stuff done while you're watching, and just have fun. Enjoy your time with me. But the fact that you guys want to support me it's honestly the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying something about how we have amazing emotes from amazing artists in the community as well. Okay, and we got a spin from Pyro. Enjoy your evening, Anna. Enjoy your sushi. Enjoy your long weekend. I'm sure I'll see you Sunday for Moon's cozy stream. Okay, we're gonna spin the wheel. I just wanted to get those few stitches done. Bella has vacated the premises, by the way. I've got Early here with me on my other side. So I'm just gonna tick off what I've done. So that I don't lose track of where I'm to. So this every chance you get, you're gonna do the wheel. The ADHD is strong. Yeah, that's why they call me ADHDH. So this app that I'm using is called Pattern Keeper, and it basically reads a digital pattern and then makes it so um, here's all the different thread colors on the side here, so you can actually choose whatever thread you're working with, and it'll highlight those stitches, and then you can tick them off as you do them, and then it colors them in. So if I zoom all the way out, you can see that that's what I've done on the pattern so far. And then if I zoom back in, it'll show me what is left for me to do. So, okay. All right, so let's spin that wheel. The wheel is fun though. I like doing the wheel. And honestly, it helps me because even earlier today, I kind of had gotten all of my stuff done for the day. Why is my mouse not working? Thank you. I gotten all of my stuff done, and I didn't know what to do. Like I knew I wanted to work on something, but I didn't know what. So it was time to spin the wheel. Ooh, we're doing the frog skeleton. I haven't gotten very far on that one. So this is my WIPGO call for April. So I want to try and get this finished. Not finished. Finished is a big word. I'm sorry, you want the crock pot so bad. Maybe next time we rig the wheel for Moon. I'm also down to one good needle at this point. I had 2 good needles, and then one of them started to oxidize. So Moon wants the crock pots, but the crock pots don't want you. 12 minutes until next spin. Okay, I gotta stitch fast. Oh, gotta switch back. Okay. Okay. There we go. Pyro's got it open down in the corner. Yeah, that's right, Moon. Have you joined the Crockpot cult? Also, this fabric, I think, is one of the fabrics that we got from Amazon. And honestly, I've never had any issue with the Amazon fabrics. But this one is like weirdly biased, and I'm hoping that it won't. I'm hoping that, like, I tried to get it straight in the frame and I couldn't. So I'm hoping that once I finish stitching it, it'll be fine. And it won't, like, skew the entire thing. Basically, I'm just hoping that it's only off in the frame and it won't be off frame. But this is a very cute pattern by Raven Stitchcraft on Etsy. Things in this household struggle with being straight. Very true. But it's a cute cartoony frog skeleton. Oh, they do straighten when washed from your experience? Okay, that's good. I don't tend to wash stuff, but I might have to wash this if it doesn't straighten itself out. But it's like you can see it in the picture on the wheel. It's like a frog with a skeleton and little blushy cheeks. So I'm changing some of the colors. As you can see, I'm doing it on the black Ada, and instead of a black body of the frog, I'm doing it in green. And then the skeleton of the frog is going to be in glow in the dark, but the glow in the dark looks white. I messed that up. The glow in the dark looks white when you stitch it. So it'll look white and then it'll be glow in the dark after. So whereas the Kyrie and Sora is a lot of like little chunks of many different colors, this one is big chunks of a few colors. Tasha says, I love how you don't hesitate to change colors and patterns. You're still shy about it. Yeah, it's some I am and some I'm not. Like this one, for example, because it is a more cartoonish style and it's not, there aren't shades of colors, it's easier to swap those out. Something like the Kyrie and Sora, because it's so many different shades that work together to create depth and dimension, that would be a little bit more difficult. Toot, you're so close. You're so close. Toot's gorgeous Freddy Fazbear is all glow in the dark. So yeah, she's been working with the same thread for the last 83 years. 892. Okay. We can do this. We got this. And like I've got that project ADHD. I can't only be working on one thing. But Toot is a single project person. Moon says they are also a single project person. Project monogamous. Yeah. It's so funny because like I've started kind of venturing into the world of floss tube and cross stitch communities online. And like I did at one point, but like 2017 or so, I started poking my head into, and at that point, it was like, it was really just the 1, 2, 3 stitch forums. There wasn't really floss tube or, I mean, Discord wasn't a thing really. So it was very different. So I'm starting to poke my head into the online cross stitch community now, and I'm finding that having many, many, many whips is very common. Like more common than it is in the knitting community even. Because in the knitting community, having more than 3 or 4 whips is, I would say, almost uncommon, at least in the circles I run in. Whereas in the cross stitch community, everyone's like, oh, I have like 32 whips. It's like, oh, all right, I have found my people. Also, the reason I haven't pulled out the pattern for this is because I had already done all of the forward crosses going this way, so I'm just crossing them going back, and then I'll pull out the pattern so I know what to do for the next row. But I want to do all of the green on this first, and then doing the glow in the dark will be super easy because it'll just be coloring in the gaps. Just reminding myself to unclench and relax. I was telling Moon, I get this weird thing where like, as I'm stitching and I get into the zone, I start like clenching my toes. And then just like holding myself really stiff. And I have to like remind myself to just like relax. Like even this hand, because I don't know how well you can see it, but this is my belly. It's propped up against my belly. This hand doesn't even really need to grip it. Like I can hold it quite loosely and it'll be fine. So like I don't need a death grip on it. Joanna says it's because of the needles. They're always in another project. That's very true. It would be a lot harder to switch needles on knitting whips than it is on cross-stitching whips. And Sharon says, I have to have a lot of whips going. Your brain won't let you do anything. And you keep adding crafts to help. Yeah, that sounds like the situation I'm in. Right now, I said this in the last podcast. I'm at 17 whips, but honestly, that doesn't include the two samples for the store. So yeah. 4 cross stitch plus the 2 samples, and then 13 knitting whips. And I'm casting on another knitting project probably this weekend. Shh, don't tell anyone. But I'm also going to be finishing 2 projects this weekend, hopefully. So 3 projects, maybe. If I can get the 2, including the 2. See, I only include the store samples when it's convenient to say I'm going to be finishing whips. Story Stitcher said, just had to look. You're on Discord since January 2018. 2017 TeamSpeak was big, and before that we had Skype groups. Yeah, I remember being really active in a Skype group back in the early 10s. Which crafts have you picked up? Witchcraft. Have you picked up witchcraft, Sharon? Which crafts have you picked up, Sharon? I'm just gonna ask you a question while I stall for time. I have 3 minutes to keep stitching on this. I forgot you guys can see this. Hi, Banks. This is Banks. Banks is also a good girl. Keep moving, baby. Here, you want to curl up? You want some space? Give Banks some space to curl up. There you go, baby. Your latest is tatting. You spin, weave, knit, crochet, sew, and cross. Holy cow. Tatting is honestly bonkers. Like, I cannot with tatting. Tatting is witchcraft. I saw someone who took their tatting on public transit, like on the bus. Storage says, I had a Skype group for homework in school, and I had to explain to one guy that he can't talk shit about people that are in the group, even when they are offline. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, tatting is lace making. And sewing. Like, sewing, I cannot do. Moon says they're very impressed, sure. I cannot sew in a straight line. I can't sew in a straight line using a sewing machine. I wish I could. Like, the idea of making my own clothes is so appealing. Which is part of why I'm doing that with knitting now. But I can't sew. I have tried. I've taken classes. Like, I've had formal education in sewing, and I just cannot do it. You guys can see the happy little frog here on my all picked out, because it's only 3 colors. It's the green of the frog. There's like 2 little blush spots here, and then the glow in the dark skeleton. So it's just big chunks of color. started doing not great at it, but necessary. Yeah, I get that for sure. I'm definitely almost in the same position, which is one of the reasons why I would love to be able to make my own clothes. Um, just because of the ability to customize the fit and the gender of it all. But it does suck when you are kind of forced to be in that position. You're so curious about how I hold my needle to push it down. I think you tend to stab yours straight down. Okay, now I have to think about it, and I am not sure. Oh god, I don't know how I stitch anymore. I just do it. I hold it like this. Very lightly. Because if I held it tightly, I'd start doing this. So very lightly. Also pockets, yes. The ability to add pockets to everything is another plus of sewing. I mean, I tend to wear clothes designed for men, which tend to have larger pockets. But so yeah, I'm trying to show you. So the needle the needle's supported on my middle finger there, and then this one and this one are kind of just guiding it. Don't know if you can see that. So it's really more held with my thumb and my middle finger, and then the forefinger is pushing it down. I'm now hyper aware of my movements. It's one of those things that like I've been doing it for so long that I've stopped thinking about it. And it's almost the same with knitting. Except with knitting, like I am slightly more able to slow down and show people how I'm holding my hands because I have made like tutorial content for people before. But yeah, like it's like I just do it. It's you do it. You hold it like you hold the thing. Dude says now you know how I feel whenever someone asks me how to do something. Yeah. Dude taught me how to crochet. And a lot of it was like you just do it. Like I was like, how do you tension your yarn? And she's like, I don't know, you just tension it. Thank you, Pyro, for the spin. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I get this correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are zooming off across space. 2, 4, 5. 3, 4. I need to keep this needle. I don't know if you guys can see Binks, but she's right here. She's been curled up here the entire time. She often curls up here on my desk, especially when I'm watching Moon play Valorant. She'll curl up on my desk and she'll watch Moon. I think she likes the bright colors. All right. So we're doing another wheel spin here. I'm going to take a quick hydrate. I'm actually going to take the streetwalkers off and spin again because I don't think my hands are quite up for it. Frog Skelly again. The wheel has decided. Oh yeah, that is the last wheel spin of the night. That's true. Time has flew. So it looks like we will... Yeah, that is a weird way to spell crockpot. It's so odd. All right, just for Moon, we're going to finish up. We're going to work on the crockpot for a little bit. Because I was working on the Frog Skelly just now. So it's the only project on the wheel that I haven't worked on yet. So if I had been taking them off the wheel, we would be on to crockpot. Which I was thinking about that. What do you guys think? Should I remove things from the wheel as they get spun, or leave them up to be spun again? I'm never sure. Oh my god, unwinding this is making my autofocus go nuts. Sorry, guys. You like that they can be spun again? I'm going to close this to conserve battery. This is another one of the little needle minders that I made today. Just some leftover scrapbooking stickers and stuff. So this is the design. You can see it's got like the retro crockpot in the middle, with the design moving out into the triple goddess symbol. And I'm doing it on this. This is a printed Ada. Got this off of Amazon again. And then I have to... Yes, coming to our Etsy soon. Thank you for that, Toot. Toot is throwing up a link to the Etsy right now if you want to check it out. Well, a link to all of my links. Oh dear. Oh dear. I did myself a heck. Hang on. Please hold. Okay. Toot just threw up a link to our link tree. So if you do want to check out other ways to support the stream, you can do that. The link tree will send you to the Etsy store. I've got several patterns up for purchase now. There are going to be another 3 or 4 added probably by the end of next week. I'm not 100% sure. It kind of depends on where my spoons are at. But I have another FNAF one. I have another Valorant one. And then I have 2. I have this magical crockpot one, and then another one of... I don't know if you guys have seen the TikTok. It went kind of viral, but it's like the 2 frog stuffies spiraling down like a stream of water in a gutter. It just stuck with me, so I made a cross-stitch version of it. Right. And I haven't exported this pattern to not Stitch Fiddle. Pattern Keeper. Yeah, that's the one. Yet. So I'm working on a version of it that's on my desktop. So it's a little bit more difficult to figure out where I am in the pattern. So I need to go. Yeah, there. There. Okay. This is where we're starting. So I know there are multiple schools of thought on how to cross stitch. And many people have very definite views on where one should start, what direction one should go in, how tidy one's back should be. if you are one of these people with strongly held belief about how people should cross stitch, you probably shouldn't watch me cross stitch because I kind of go all over the place, as makes the most sense for what I'm working on at the moment. Like you can see my back is just, it's not the tidiest back in the world. Yes, the solid color is fairly tidy because I was just doing it in rows. And also I do find that doing the loop start keeps my backs tidier than doing the other method of starting. Which I don't know if there, do you guys know if there's a term for that when you start by just leaving a little tail and then stitching over the tail? Is there like an official term for that? Because that's just the way that I was taught how to do it. It says no clue, but she swears by the loop starts. I am a loop start convert for sure. I'm also a floss drop convert. Like we store everything on bobbins. 1, 2, 3. We store everything on bobbins just to keep things neat. But when I'm actually working on a project, I find floss drops just a lot easier for me. I find that I can get started on a new color very quickly because I don't have the patience to unknot knots. Sharon says they've been wondering about that cross stitch stuff. You learned to do it from your mom. We see people who do it very differently. And considering learning more, but you hate wasting floss. Yeah. The thing is, floss is pretty cheap. Especially if you think about it in comparison to yarn. I do understand though, because like even when I have to frog stitching and I try to save as much of the floss as possible, and I always try and stitch until like the very last possible moment. But at the end of the day, floss isn't super expensive. I think cross stitch is it can be one of the cheaper fiber art hobbies to pick up. At least in the beginning. Like it definitely can get expensive, but I think just to get started, it can be one of the most cost effective. But yeah, I'm learning so much. Like I learned to cross stitch first when I was a kid, and then I relearned several years ago. Actually, the way that I bought Toot her first Switch was not Switch, DS, was I sold cross stitch pieces. Until I had sold enough to purchase a DS for her. Nintendo DS. What was I saying? But yes, there is, but I'm just realizing in the last few months how much there is that I don't know about cross stitch. There's so many different techniques, there's so many different styles, there's so many different types of patterns. And I think that was what got me back into cross stitching, was discovering all the different types of patterns available through Etsy, like all the different like the modern styles and the fandom stuff. And it isn't Peter Rabbit and Hunka Munka and flowers. Although I do still kind of want to make some Hunka Munka and her babies. It's a Beatrix Potter character, by the way. Squirrel. Okay. Yes, let me catch up on chat. Tasha says that she was very concerned about wasting floss too, but picked up a few techniques on YouTube. Yeah, there's so much good information on YouTube for cross-stitch techniques. And Moon, I saw you said something about the front loop start. I have not checked that out. But we will have to save that for next stream because it looks like it's about time for us to say goodnight. I can't believe it. These 2 hours went by so fast. All right. So, Toot is throwing up some links now. The link to the Discord. I know several of you are in the Discord server already, but Discord is the best place to go if you want to get all of the updates on what's going on in the community and with the streams. You can also share pictures of your cats. If you have questions about a project you're working on, you need advice, feedback, we're a great place to talk crafting, all kinds of crafts. Like we have people who do everything under the sun, basically. So yeah, definitely come check out the Discord. Very chill, very low key. You don't have to talk if you don't want to. You can just lurk. Same as with my my streams. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitch. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Etsy. I'm on Ko-fi. You can check me out. I'm on Instagram. You can check me out all of the places. Thank you everybody for coming out and supporting us tonight. I am overwhelmed. Like I still can't stop smiling. You guys are great. Pyro making me spin the wheel every 15 minutes has been making me grin. All of the subs, all of the new people in chat, everybody who came by to hang out. Yeah, thank you so much. It was just it's been a great evening. So let's see, this is where we split off a little bit. So for people on YouTube, I'm going to say goodnight. So everyone on YouTube, say goodbye to Twitch. Everyone on Twitch, say goodbye to YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Good night, YouTube. We'll see you on Monday. I will see you on Monday. I will see you on Twitch. And as always, I will see you in my heart. Bye, YouTube.